Okay, so now we're going to the next day, Thursday, July 28th. We drove to a place not too far from where my friend lives to pick up a purchase I made on eBay. Since I knew I was visiting my friend, I was able to afford this record by not having to pay crazy, outrageous shipping fees on eBay. It's an upgrade I needed. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty. A little bit of groove where it plays pretty well, and no scratches at all. Hearts of Stone by the McGuire Sisters. The other side is The Naughty Lady of Shady Lane. I paid $4 Canadian for this on eBay the month before, and I picked it up on the day we're doing today, right now on the video, 28th of July. What's really crazy is that this is not a collector's record at all, and I've been looking for a replacement copy because the first copy I got had a crack going like this, and the piece is about to fall off, and I've been storing it separately in a box here that contained LPs, but I removed the LPs, put them in separate sleeves, and been putting my very fragile 78s about to break in two in this box. I have That Will Be the Day by Buddy Holly in there as well. Now it's from this record was from a stack of 78s my late great uncle Gerard gave me. Darn, I don't have the exact day. I think it was the 19th, I'm not sure, but it was in July 1982. So it took me almost exactly a few days more than 40 years to find a replacement copy. The only copy I found at one point, somewhere in the 1990s, I think, the guy's copy had also a crack in it. So he broke it when I showed him, oh, I can't get it, it's cracked. So yeah, a very 40 years. You have to be patient sometimes to get a record. At my friend's place, my friend had some gifts for me. So look at the gifts. So he got a lot of Elvis stuff from me. A lot in 2 words. It's a weird lot of 8-track tapes of Elvis and a few more things, and we'll look at it right now. There was a plastic case for 8-track tapes. This contains a dozen, and there's these 8-track tapes there. There's one that's not Elvis. Dan Fogelbert, Netherlands, 1977. I will play that eventually. The others are all Elvis or Elvis impersonators. I'm not sure we should go through all of them. There's so many. The hits of Elvis Presley by Elvis Presley. Oh, it's country hits. Elvis sings hits from the movies. Burning Love. Gold Records. Gold Records Volume 3. This is not Elvis, of course. Tribute to Elvis Volume 2, 3 times. Tribute to Elvis. 4 times the Volume 2. And 2 times the Volume 1. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 copies of the Elvis's Christmas album. 1, 2 copies of Blue Christmas. 3 copies of this Elvis double album. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of Elvis Forever. 2 K-Tel Love Songs compilation. On Stage twice. Madison Square Garden once. No, twice, sorry about that. Legendary Performer Volume 2 twice. What else do we have? Our Memories of Elvis Volume 2. Oh yeah, Volume 2, remember I have this on LP. But The Sun, Years, Interviews and Memories, which I have on LP. Something for Everybody. That's the way it is. Elvis in Hollywood, 2 copies. I Got Lucky, Moody Blue, Blue Hawaii, Canadian Tribute, Worldwide 50 Gold Award Hits, Volume 1, Number 4, Volume 2, Number 2. So this is incomplete. And, oh, there's more here. Volume 1, Number 3, and Volume 1, Number 2. Let's put them together. Yeah, but it's still incomplete. Welcome to my world. And for the 8 tracks, we have more Fake Elvis, tribute to Elvis Presley. And Elvis Gold Records Volume 2. What the hell? That's weird. Super Hits, Elvis Gold Records, Elvis in Concert. So those are the 8-track tapes. 3 cassettes. Elvis's Christmas album. 20 rock and roll hits. On what label is that? Huh. Weird. Unknown label. Blue Hawaii. I think my friend bought me this lot before I got mine. If you remember last year, I was looking for this cassette for a while to get that album in 5 different formats. There's also a bunch of cards, 2 different sets, incomplete. But what's really cool about this set is that there are all kinds of Elvis facts in the back. So I like those. What else is in this slot? A VHS cassette, homemade recording, not a Memorex. Here it says Elvis Presley, Blue Hawaii, Elvis tape. Haven't checked it yet, but I do have a bunch of VCRs. Oh, all of these fell off. These are the brushes here. Not that style, but okay, I'm trying to show you what they are. You see some have these brushes inside. Sometimes they fall off. So I don't know what kind of glue to use to stick them back. They might still play. 2 books, and we're still in that Elvis slot that my friend gave me. Elvis and Me by Priscilla Beaulieu Presley. All of this to read. Elvis by Richard Mann, forward by George Otis. Very simple book. And I think for the Elvis, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the part 1 video that if you remember the video, he gave me the 78 that I purchased. Well, look at the video of the 9 Elvis 78s I picked up. He gave me this at the same time. It's an empty picture sleeve. I don't know yet. I didn't have time to check if I have the 45. 1 Broken Heart for sale, and they remind me too much of you. From Happened at the World's Fair. So a nice picture sleeve. I forgot about that one, that gift, since we're in the gift that he gave me. And 2 clippings. I don't know why this one only has bits of the page, but all things Elvis. It says it's London Free Press, Saturday, March 6, 2021. Okay. So aside from the Elvis stuff, he gave me this game that he bought for himself, but didn't realize it was for advanced people. He's trying to learn Quebec French. And connais-tu ton québécois, un jeu sur les expressions d'ici? Still sealed. But yeah, he looked it up before he opened it and realized that it's for Quebecers, not... Anyway, I already know who I'm going to play that game with, so that's great. And last but not least, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, because I wanted to end this part with this cool book. Man, it's big. The Beatles, Then There Was Music by Tim Hill, so that will be fun to check. How many pages? If I go towards the end, about 450 pages. What's really cool is that if I open it just anywhere, I always find photos I've never seen before. So yeah, the fact that I have the anthology book doesn't change anything. Still going to enjoy this. Man, the photos are cool. Wow, it's a good book. So I got these gifts from my friend, and I'm drawing a blank. Let's see what's next. That day, we're on 28th of July. Our common friend left in the morning, gave me some personal gifts. Nothing I want to share here. The Elvis stuff. the book, the game. Oh yeah, this is 6 cable boxes because he knows we use here cable boxes. They're from Rogers, but they're identical to what we use here with Videotron, so I'm hoping they will work. There's 6. There's a 4642 3 times, the 8642, which is a recorder, twice. My father uses those, the 2nd generation, and one 1st generation 8300 HD Plus, which I use in my room because I only have a 20-inch TV, and the 2nd generation menus are way too small. So and it had 3 remotes. 3 remotes. So the next thing would be, let me see. Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of personal, but yeah, I might as well mention it. You see the Polly Pawpaw fursuit here? Well, that's the head, of course. Obviously, the rest of the body is in a crate. Well, I made him. I offered him to buy him off from him. And on the next day, we're jumping to the next day among the things that happened. On the 29th of July 2022, on Friday, he agreed to sell it to me, so he deducted the price of the wolf from the collection, Roger Rabbit collection, but I won't go into numbers, those are kind of personal. Shirts, he threw in 2 extra shirts for the wolf. I gave him back a Wild Wolf Sports jersey. Thank goodness I had brought with me the fursuit, so because we took pictures of him in his bear suit and me in the wolf suit. Oh yeah, and he let me. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So he let me check the records in the basement. His late father had a lot of jazz, more big band than jazz records. So on the course of several days, I've checked the records in the basement. While I was checking the records, I moved stuff around, and some 78s fell on the floor, and we evaluated that one was worth replacing because it came in a picture sleeve. So remember when I mentioned that I went to pick up Hearts of Stone? Well, it was pretty convenient that it was a man with a lot of 78s, because I've asked him if he had this other title that I broke. This is the copy I broke, but it being a Columbia 78 pressed by Spartan, they explain on some of the record sleeves how they made them. They put some sort of cardboard in the middle of the shellac, so it doesn't shatter in tiny pieces when it breaks. It stays in one piece, but you still get a broken record. You can see all the cracks in it. So I kept the one I broke, and I gave him the going back to this guy. He sold me a copy for $5 of Frosty the Snowman by Gene Autry, number C1600. The other side is When Santa Claus Gets Your Letter. So I was glad to be able to fix my boo-boo right there on the spot before the trip was over. I brought back my broken record here. Going back to the records, there's some out of his collection that he agreed to sell to me. We'll go to that in a moment. He also gave me some jazz. Unfortunately, the jazz, the big band stuff, had been I don't know what happened to them, but I think they were outside at one point or in a shed, or maybe there was a flood in the past. I have no idea, I don't remember, but they had a lot of water damage / mold / anyway, so I only took what I thought I would enjoy or had potential for me to enjoy, and didn't have too much damage. And I did spend an evening cleaning all the covers and some of the records with a slightly damp Scott towel plus a dry one. So let's go through them. Count Basie picks the winner, which is more swing big band than jazz, so I will listen to them and decide which one I still keep. So yeah, on Verve, Basie picks the winners. Basie's in the bag. on Brunswick. This one, because I did spot check them on a turntable, this one has the most potential of all the Count Basie ones I've picked up. Here we have Pop Goes the Basie on Reprise, Basie in London on Verve, Basie at Birdland, recorded live at the Jazz Corner of the World on the Roulette. Count Basie and his orchestra, Basie Inside Outside on VSP Verve. This I probably won't keep because it sounds like crap. It's 1974 pressing on Polydor, but it sounds like very much older recordings. It's called I Got Rhythm. This is a Dave Brubeck record, Carmen McRae with Dave Brubeck. It's from what I heard, not something that I will enjoy much. It's more a lounge record than anything. He's just the backup act to the singer Carmen McRae, but I will still listen to it. Dave Brubeck Jackpot, recorded live in Las Vegas. Brubeck Chatter, the Dave Brubeck Trio on Fantasy. Beyond with the Wind, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. This is, not sure I will keep that, but I will still listen to it. Rich a la Raka, Buddy Rich and a la Raka on World Pacific. Soul Call, Duke Ellington. I really love the cover. I think I got it because of the cover, it's so cool. Ella at Duke's Place. Oh, I forgot something. Yeah, we'll start the next video with something I completely forgot. We'll get to it. You know, the gifts I mentioned earlier. Forgot that this whole stack of CDs for free. We'll get to that in a moment. In the next video, I'm finishing this stack, and I'll end this part 2 video. So we have Ella at Duke's Place, and Cottontail is, I think, what's the word? Scat singing. This one has potential for me. Charlie Barnett, with a lot of question marks and exclamation marks. That's the title of the record, actually. It's on Ava Records, made by MGM, and it has potential. I've checked it, and these two Sarah Vaughan records are scratchy, but I needed them because this one has Yesterday, a cover of a Beatles song, and this one has a huge hairline scratch on it, but it has Michelle, also by the Beatles, a Beatles song. So pretty good despite the condition. Countdown Time in Outer Space, the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Sorry about the framing. Brubeck in Amsterdam, Dave Brubeck Quartet. Brubeck on Campus, double album, but it's Jazz Goes to College and Jazz Goes to Junior College available together. So it's a reissue of 2 albums in one. And these two are 2 reissues of the same album. This is on Harmony, which is owned by Columbia, and this is Jazz Odyssey, owned by Columbia. The Dave Brubeck Quartet, A Place and Time, and Instant Brubeck, Dave Brubeck. Same songs, same fake stereo condition, like it's an earlier recording, I think. Did they say formerly titled Brubeck Time? Yeah, Brubeck Time is the original. So I got all these for free. So thank you, Michi. And speaking of free, jump to part 3 to see the CDs he gave me for free. That I think all of them were also his late father's music.